Hello and welcome back to my page. You're very welcome here. Cork versus Mayo in the All-Ireland quarter-final, and I was delighted that we got this far this year, me and my small boy, as we have done so many times this year with the Cork footballers headed up the road, up to Dublin, Auckland, and it was muggy and we took a wrong direction, and then we had to double back, and there was some Hare Krishnas, there was a far right rally, we were a little bit late and we jogged a small bit until we saw the beautiful stand, the Cusick stand, and in we trotted. I was wrecked. I'm old, lads. We missed the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, and this game was pivotal for both teams, and it was fraught with mistakes and tension and anxiety. Both teams knowing exactly how big it was for their respective counties. And I loved it and hated it in equal measures, to be totally honest with you. We missed a lot of chances in the first half, but then we played some beautiful football at times as well. This is absolutely gorgeous football. You know, that came directly from a kick pass from midfield, catch, beat your man over the bar. And to be fair, the talent on show was really, really good. But I think at times the nerves got the better of, I suppose they got the better of Cork, but they also got the better of Mayo at times as well. Number 10, and I don't give out the names really, I don't like to give out the names, but number 10, I thought he was brilliant on the day. Best game I've seen him play for Cork this year, and he's been excellent. And that's one thing I'd like to say about this game. I have followed the Cork footballers all over the country this year, and it has been a very pleasurable experience. And I know sometimes I'll be bitching and moaning that people don't come out and support them, but the people that do, sure, fair play to them, you know. And we know who we are, and we'll always be there, and hopefully we'll grow. And this year there was a remarkable improvement, I felt, and yeah, we live to fight another day. Needless to say, at this stage now, if you don't know the result, at half time it was 9 points all. I've got a podcast, check it out. I'm on tour all over the country. Buy some tickets to that. Big gig in Mayo. If you're from Mayo, come to that. Huge Cork crowd at this match, lads. Huge Cork crowd. Now, Tyrone, there's me brother-in-law, Kerry fella, scallywag. Yeah, but a big Cork crowd, big noisy Cork crowd as well. I was delighted. There was 4 teams playing. Tyrone and Kerry were playing in the second game, and Tyrone are the same colour as Cork as well. So at times I was like, ooh, is that a bit of mix of both? But I was looking around during the Cork match, and there was a vocal big Cork crowd, and I was delighted to see that, and I hope it continues. Mayo came out and kicked 2 points, 1 2-pointer and one not. Look at this now. This exemplifies what I say. This passage of play here, like the ball is all over the place, hopping between 2 teams, left, right, and centre. Who wants it? They both want it, but it's anxiety laden, and cool heads at times didn't prevail, I felt. But this man was worth the fee himself, Kobe. Sorry, I just gave his name away, but he's not going to be around for much longer. Maybe I'm talking about the basketball player, but sure, he's dead. Sure, I couldn't be talking about him. Kobe was unbelievable, lads. He's only a young fella. That's the 2-pointer that I was alluding to prior to me breaking off. Great tackles by Mayo in the second half, closing down Cork, and our scores were definitely harder fought than Mayo's. But as I said, mistakes fraught on both sides. Ball dropping down low there. I felt at times, we really missed the trick, because I think we had 12 wides in total in this game, and some of those wides were very, very, scoreable. But then again, we got our fair share of scores as well. And it was a reasonably high-scoring game for a game of football. But the mistakes was what caught it. Here's another mistake here. This fella's been solid all year for us, so I'm not, blaming any one individual. I just think pressure, tension, they all get on top of you, and some teams handle it a little bit better and some teams don't. In Cork, I felt just let it slip through their fingers. I felt it was, again, look at this great tackling. really felt that Mayo came out in the second half a different team. Like, they just were on top of everything. Brilliant passage of play there from a tackling point of view. And yet Cork still had chances and took a lot of them, you know. But yeah, alas, it wasn't to be. More mistakes. This results in a great score here. Our full-back is going forward here. Watch this for a little jink here, look. Boom. Lovely. And fisted over the bar. In the second game, David Clifford got, look at that, for a catch. Kobe, out of the sky, like he could be playing basketball if he wanted to. And that pass resulted in a kick pass in there, and they scored from it. And yeah, the heart was thumping at this stage. And the game was in the melting pot, but this is a 2-pointer that put a big distance between us, and the time was ticking out, and the Mayo contingent were losing it, and there was girls in front of us, and I thought, my God almighty, they're going to lose their voice boxes if they don't calm down. But Mayo were just penetrating us and getting chances, and they had a couple of goal chances. There was no goal scored, and we were relying on making the most of the scraps that we had in the second half, and I don't think it was our best day at the office, if I'm being totally honest. Mayo are a coming team. They've got a lot of young footballers. It is absolutely devastating to see Kobe leaving the country. I don't care what people say about the professional standard. Here's a goal chance. Great save. That goes in, we're in a different game. But just getting back to the professional side of things, you know, we live in a different world, I think, now. I'm not saying, you know, we need to pay our players, but I think it's terrible that the best of our talent is whipped away down to a different professional world. And yeah, we won't see who could potentially be one of the greatest footballers ever out of Mayo. We've just seen 1 year here now, and he's gone. Anyway, this game was petering out. Cork tried to fashion late goal chances, but it wasn't to be. And again, a lot of mistakes and unsured touches was to our detriment. And here's a goal chance actually by Kobe, but a great defensive block there by the defender, and this is the end of it. Catches the ball, fucks it into the stadium, and the Mayo crowd duly go wild. These girls were the ones that were screaming in front of me, and they were delighted with themselves, and fair play to them. Good crowd of Mayo supporters. There are the statistics if you want to have a look at them. Pause and have a sconce. Me and Harv had a sandwich and we stayed for the second game. God almighty. Here's the last minute of the second game. There's a point in it. Two teams who I felt were amazing on the day. Tyrone came with a game plan, but look at this. King David wins the breaking ball, storms down the wing, beats two men in his wake. Then he decelerates here, hops and has a look back, and what a pass under pressure into the lobbing hands. And then there's another pass here now. Look at this fella, Sean O'Shea, just back. Look at that, along the line. I mean, that's incredible. Back into King David again, unselfishly into the sub. Almost taken out of it by the goalkeeper, and somehow finds the back of the net. And the Kerry fans are like salmon in the black water, if there was any salmon left in the black water. Hopping out, delighted. There they are. There's not many of them in the stand that I was in, but I could hear the roar below me, so there was a few that had travelled. But still, you know, if it was... You know, if that was our team, Jesus, we'd be there in our droves. Anyway, we had one last look at Dublin and back into the car and onto the switch. And it was late before we came home. Yeah, very late. It's been a joy to follow the Cork footballers. Come see me on tour. God bless you.